first game of the season for both teams today. Osseo was looks like starting in so warm-ups are underway. We'll get going. All right, good afternoon, Mayo Spartan hockey fans. Welcome to JV action between the Mayo Spartans and the Osseo Orioles. Last night, the Osseo Orioles took on Mankato West. Varsity had a 12-0 loss to Mankato West, so we'll see if they can rebound from yesterday. In net, looks like there's two goalies for Mayo, Caden Johnston and Colin Blummel. I believe Colin Blummel is going to get the start for the JV team today. So first game of the season for both teams. All right, warm-ups are finished. Teams are picking up pucks. Again, first game of the year for the Mayo Spartans. Even though it's the first game of the year, it looks like we have a couple players with just the helmets on. I know Ivan Holton broke his wrist earlier a couple weeks ago, or last week in some scrimmages. And it looks like Brody Anger is in an arm sling. We got 17 minutes on the clock. The puck will drop momentarily. All right, looks like Caden Johnson is getting the start in net. We have Bold Dahl starting at center with Brock Lamers on left wing. And number 32, Nathan Dozois at right wing with Ethan Pendergast at D along with Hank Holton. Puck is dropped. We are underway. Mayo Spartans have possession of the puck. Hank Holton moves it up to the wing. Ethan Pendergast moves up to Brock. Brock moves to the center, cut through the zone to Nathan Dozois. Nathan has a puck in the corner, tries to move it back up to Brock. Puck pops out to the point. Ethan can't handle it. Stumped in by Dahl. Osseo moves that puck around. They're looking to move that puck up. Hits the ref, so stays in the zone. They throw it behind the net. Puck pops out of the zone. Mayo goes back to regroup. Bo turns and tries to throw that puck. Doesn't make it back in the zone. Osseo makes her way into the zone. Shot saved by Johnston. Yeah. And I got to do a better job making sure that I start the clock. So puck is on the half wall. Osseo picks up, throws it towards the net. It's picked up by Preby. He's looking to move it up ice. Tries to headman the puck. Doesn't connect. Goes into Osseo zone. Osseo's back to pick up that puck. D tries to pivot away. They lose it. Goes back to them. They ring it around the boards out to the point. Grayson Yink dumps it towards the net. Puck squirts out of the zone and Mayo regroups. Dinsmore dumps that puck in and Mayo's off forechecking. Logan Kaysen after that puck. He tries to center the puck. Preby dumps in the corner, goes behind the net. Comes out of the zone. Mayo looks to regroup. Preby to Dinsmore. Dinsmore up to Harding. Harding can't quite handle it. Osseo's back in the corner picking up the puck. They move it up to their wing, but it's almost picked off. And Osseo has possession of the puck. They lose it. We have Lamers in the corner battling for possession of the puck. He gets past their four checkers and around, tries to jump around the D, but loses at the blue line. Dahl turns and tries to dump the puck in, but it's blocked. Lamers with possession of the puck again. He's looking for an outlet. Throws it back up the ice to Dahl. Dahl's fighting through a forechecker. Okay, with Weston Brandt ships it out of the zone. Osseo's back to pick it up. They're looking for a cross ice outlet. Not quite on the mark, so Preby back to pick it up. Tries to move it up ice, but it's off target. We have Nathan Dozois in after it, and Weston Brandt. Dozois after that Osseo Oriole. Out of the zone, out to Hank Holton. Hank tries to dump it in, but it's intercepted by Osseo's defenseman. They're walking in the zone. into the corner, dumps it around the net. Tries to move it out to the point, almost intercepted by Harding. Shot from a sharp angle, thrown in net, saved by Johnston. We'll have a face-off to the left of Johnston with 11:19 left in the period. So Holton picks up that face-off and rings it around. Chipped out of the zone. We have Ethan Pendergrass streaking up the ice. Weston Brand has the puck, moves it up. Shot, saved by an Osseo goalie. Nice little play there. Nice zone entry. Nice speed by Ethan Pendergast. Chipping over to Weston Brand. Weston moves it to Aaron Harding. Good scoring opportunity. 11:05 left. We'll have a face-off. Chip towards the net, and we'll have a face-off again. The right-hand side of the Osseo goalie. Puck is won back. Osseo looks to chip it up to the wingers, but Spartans intercept, and Osseo just throws it out of the zone. Grayson Yank is back to pick up that puck. He's going around the net looking for an outlet. It's deflected, chipped out of the zone. Osseo's back to pick it up. Their D is looking for a D to D outlet. Back over to the D partner. D is looking for that stretch pass. Not a lot of options. Does connect with her forward at the far blue line. Bodal back to forecheck, taking his sweet time. Brock tips that puck away from the Osseo team, against possession. And Mayo's going to have a penalty coming up on Lamers with a cross check behind the play a little bit. And with 10:10 left, Osseo will go on the power play. So Lamers for 2 minutes for a cross check. Tipped out of the zone. Nathan Dozois speeding, tries to get around the defenseman, but he's pinched off along the boards. Osseo's looking for an outlet. They move it to the D. He's looking for a cross ice option. Does a little sauce pass over to his partner. Weston Brandt in after it. Osseo sets up behind their net. Moves it across ice. And they enter the zone. Wing throws it at net, but is deflected behind the net. Puck's dumped in low. Pendergast loses his stick. He goes to pick it up. Mayo tries to chip it out of the zone, but it hits Pendergast and ends up back in the corner. So he's looking to do something with the puck. Tries to ice it, but it's blocked. Holton in the corner. It's rung around. Weston Brandt after that defenseman. And it spurts out of the zone, so Osseo will have to regroup. Passes a little off target, but he makes a nice move around Pendergast. Weak shot on net. Johnston handles that one easily. With about 9 minutes left in the first period, looks like shots are 5-1 Osseo. We have 51 seconds left in the power play. With the software that I'm using, I don't have a penalty kill power play clock, unfortunately, so I'll have to give you just audio updates. So Mayo wins that face-off. Preby gets it his partner who dumps it down ice. I'm not sure who 41 is. They're not on my roster, so we'll have to figure out who 41 is. Bodal is back to forecheck. Osseo breaks that puck out easily. Coming across the blue line, looking for something to do with it. They drop it back. Good job by Dahl breaking up that play. We have Grayson Yank gains possession of that puck, moves it up to Dahl. We have a one-on-one. Dahl coming in against the Osseo defender. Shot on net. Save. Yank in the corner with that puck. About 10 seconds left in the power play. Osseo is coming in on a 3-on-3. Osseo tries to move that puck back and throws it on net, but it's high and wide. Squirts out of the zone. and it's turned around and just dumped in on net. Lamers cross ice on target over to Weston, but Weston can't handle that pass. Brandt after him. Osseo tries to chip that puck out, but mishandles it and is kept in the zone by Brenhog. Brandt after him, and Osseo chips that puck out. It's in the feet of the defender. They gain possession of it and throws it towards net, and then it's turned around, dumped out of the zone. No ice. Osseo got a stick on it. Osseo comes around the zone, but looking for an outlet. They throw it softly up the boards. Wing can't quite handle it. Weston Brandt battling along the boards. Osseo gains possession. Their D-man's looking for an outlet, looking up ice, turns around and gets his feet moving. Comes across, shot blocked. D tries to move it up to Harding, can't quite handle it on his backhand, and ends up being an ice. So the face-off to the right-hand side of Johnston. Osseo dumps that in the corner. They pick it up, and they're looking to make a pass out. Tries to center it, but it's deflected. Pendergast up to Harding. Harding tries to beat that D wide, but can't. Osseo gains possession. Their D is coming around the net. Pendergast cross-ice pass into skates of Dozois. And Osseo picks it up. They chip it around the D, and they're coming in on a 2-on-2. Big number 3 from Osseo. Hard wrist shot. Left side on Johnson. Deflects that in the corner. Tries to move it up, but it goes off his skate and ends up into the slot. Osseo goes after that puck. Pendergast rims that puck around. Picked up by Dahl. Dahl's looking cross-ice. Not quite on target, but Dozois almost got that. Osseo turns around, dumps it. Icing's waved off. Pendergast back to pick it up. He looks to his D partner. Hank Holton moves it back to Pendergast. Lamers has the puck. Got to get the feet moving, enters the zone. Over to Weston Brandt. Weston tries to get a shot on net, but it's into the skates. Brandt with possession of the puck. Moves that puck out to Grayson Yank at the point. Grayson, shot blocked. And that comes out of the zone, so Mayo will have to regroup. He tries to dump it in, so Mayo will have to tag up. Osseo moves that puck across ice in the zone. Grayson does a nice job stepping up, but Osseo can't hang on to that puck anyways. That puck is dumped into the zone. Yank back to pick it up. Tries to make a pass to his D, but it's stopped by the Osseo forward. Battle for possession in the corner. Brandt tries to chip that puck out. It's in skates. Brandt gains possession of it. He's getting hooked. And Osseo's forward picks it up in the zone with a little bit of speed. Shot blocked by Pendergast. Another shot towards the net, but that's up and over the net. Lamers has the puck coming through the neutral zone, but he's at the end of his shift, wants to change, and just throws it towards the net. Osseo goalie keeps that puck moving, hands it to his D. Comes out of the zone, and then with Brenhog back there, regroup to Preby, up to Harding. Harding gets it up to Dahl. Dahl doesn't get in the zone for whatever reason. We regroup. Harding can't handle that pass, so we have a loose puck. Osseo's has possession. They look cross ice and throw it. That's going to be an ice if it makes it all the way down. And with about 4 minutes left in the first period, we have a 0-0 game between Spartans and Osseo. Well, the face off to the right-hand side of the Osseo goalie. Dahl with the puck behind the net. He's looking for an outlet, tries to get to his D. It's deflected. Pendergast still has it. Thrown towards the net, blocked. Bolton with the puck, throws it towards the net. And the puck goes off the goalie and out of play. We'll have a face-off. The left-hand side of the Osseo goalie with about 3:30 left in the first period. Shots are 6-3 in favor of Osseo. We'll have Brandt in taking this draw. Brandt tries to win it forward. Puck's in the corner. He pins his guy. Osseo picks up that puck. They're coming out of the zone. Dozois back to pick it up. Mayo regroups. Yanks looking cross ice, but Osseo's defenseman steps up and breaks up that play. Yank coming through the neutral zone. Enters the zone. Over to Dozois. Back to Yank. Out in front of the net. That's deflected. We have Treby out at the point, tries to hold it in, but he can. We have Lamers back supporting, helping out. Over to Yank, but that Osseo D does a nice job of reading the play and jumps up and deflects that up and out of play. With 2:52 left in the first, we'll have a face-off to the left-hand side of Johnson. Puck is one back. We have Brenhog gaining possession of the puck, chips it out. Harding's trying to work around the Osseo D. Harding with the puck in the corner. He's looking out in front. Soft backhand goes wide, out to the point again, thrown towards the net. Stopped by an Osseo forward and up and out of the zone. We have 41, doesn't have a name, but I believe it's a Preby. Shots high and wide. Puck thrown towards the net by Preby is off target. And Osseo gains possession. They come through the neutral zone and throw that in deep. We have Brenhog back to retrieve. He loses that race, and Osseo picks it up. Mayo tries to clear, but it ends up going to the Osseo defenseman out of the point. Sharp angle shot by Osseo is gloved by Johnston. We'll have a face-off on his left-hand side with 1:48 left in the first period. We have Weston Brand in on the draw with Lamers. Pendergast back to retrieve that puck. Lamers tries to move that puck to Brandt, but Brandt can't quite handle it. Loose puck in front of the net. Big save by Johnston. Bolton tries to trip that one out. Lamers plays the body. Knocks that Osseo forward to the ice. Bolton into the zone, into the corner. Battling for possession in the corner. We have Logan Case and Hank Bolton. Case gains possession, tries to move that to the corner. Pendergast. Oh, we have a net, gets knocked off, and we'll have a face-off. Looks like it's staying in the zone, so it must have been an Osseo player that knocked that puck off, or knocked the net off. With about a minute left, we have Bo Dahl with Brock Lamers at left wing and Logan Case at right wing. Puck is one back. Osseo rings that puck around. Lamers in the slot. Shot. Good save by Osseo. Good toe save. Good scoring chance by Logan Case in the slot. We have Bodal for checking. Osseo tries to chip it out. It's held in by Yank. Yank holds it in again. Loose puck. Moved over to Lamers. Lamers, shot, and a goal! Nice job by Grayson Yank to hold that puck in. Moves it over to Brock. Brock goes short side high. And we have the Mayo Spartans up 1-0 with about 30 seconds left in the first period. Osseo wins that puck back to their D. The D tries to chip it up. Mayo gains possession, neutral zone. Dozois fighting for possession. Comes out of the zone. Osseo picks it up. It's chipped out of the zone. Osseo rims that puck back into the zone. Dozois picks it up. He's looking to make a move. And he's hit hard in the neutral zone. We have Aaron Harding in after the puck, forechecking. Big hit behind the net by Harding. Freebie goes D to D. Shot. Good hard shot. And that'll do it for the first period. So shots are 9-6 in favor of Osseo. On the scoreboard, Mayo is up 1-0 on a nice play between Grayson Yank and Brock Lamers. We'll have about a 3-minute break between periods. No Zamboni between the first and second of the JV game, but we'll have a Zamboni between the second and third period. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Penn's Automotive and Hiller's Floor in America, for their support of our live stream. Mayo has lots of sponsors throughout the year, but Penn's and Hiller's are our primary live stream sponsors. So thank you to those two organizations. While we're waiting, we'll pull up the Mayo boys varsity roster for the year. The one number that I don't have on the roster that I see on the ice is number 41, William Freebie. So we'll need to get him added to the roster. And I pulled up the roster card for the varsity game coming up at 2:30. So please join us for the live stream at 2:30 for the varsity game. And our big thanks to our cameraman, Ryan Pendergast. We have our JV coach, Will White, giving the kids a pep talk between periods. And helping them out this year is Corey Dunnigan and Will Fish. I believe it's Will Fish. I know his last name is Fish. And again, JV squad is without Ivan Bolton, who broke his wrist last weekend, and Brody Anger, who has a shoulder injury. So hopefully we can get both of those players back soon. All right, looks like in the second period, we have Weston Brandt starting at center with Nathan Dozois at wing and Brock Lamers on the other wing. Caden Johnston still in the net. Back at D, we have Hank Holton and Ethan Pendergast. Puck is won back. Pendergast looks for his partner Holton. Holton moves it up to the middle to Brandt. Brandt entering the zone, looking for an outlet. Tries to center it. He's wiped out of the play. Osseo chips it out of the zone, but Pendergast is back. But Holton gets caught flat-footed, but makes a nice recovery to knock that puck in the corner. We have Dozois and Holton battling for possession. Dozois comes away with it. He looks across ice to Lamers. If we hustle, we can get a 3-on-2. Lamers around the D, looking to do something with it. Was thinking wraparound. Loose puck and a goal by Holton. Hank Holton with the goal. Brock Lamers drives wide behind the net, tries a wraparound, but it ends up spurt in front into the slot. And Hank comes in from the point to knock that puck in past the goalie. So the puck pops out to Osseo's defenseman. They throw it in towards net. Johnson deflects that into the corner, and William Freeby dumps it down the end of the ice for an icing. So 13:53 left in the first. We have your Mayo Spartans up 2-0 against Osseo. We have Thomas Freeby in the corner. The puck gets rimmed around, spurts out into the slot, thrown towards the net, but off target. The Osseo defenseman is back to pick it up. He's looking up ice, throws it hard up ice. It's a tough one to catch, but it's touched by a Mayo Spartan, so no icing. Osseo defenseman is looking to make a play, but it's knocked out. Puck's knocked off his stick. We have William Freeby up ice. Osseo tries to take him out, but they got the worst of it. William Freeby gains possession, gets into the zone. Thrown across ice. Bo Dolan after it. Osseo chips it up ice. Past the Mayo defenseman out to Hunter Brenhog. Hunter is looking to make a play. Kept in the zone by Osseo. Loose puck, kind of a dangerous spot. Aaron Harding gains possession. He enters the zone with speed, looking to make a move to the middle. Gets around. Puck ends up on Weston Brandt's stick, and Weston throws it in off the back of the goalie. And your Mayo Spartans go up 3-0. So that one was Brandt from Harding. And we'll see if they had a secondary assist on that one. Lamers with the puck enters the zone. A little bit of speed now. Thrown towards the middle, but squirts out of the zone. Pendergast back to pick it up. Pendergast moves it up ice. Oh, nice job by Case to handle that pass. They rim it around. Weston Brandt goes in after them. We have a little scrum going on in the corner, and we'll have some penalties. We have a cross check against Osseo. And number 17 from Osseo, Sean Rue, is going to the box for a cross check. So your Spartans will go on the power play with 12:14 left in the second. Looks like we have Brandt, Lamers, and Nathan Dojois. with Grayson Yank and Freebie at the point, I believe. I'm sorry, it's Logan Dinsmore. Grayson Yank and Logan Dinsmore. So Brandt at center with Lamers and Dozois with Yank and Dinsmore on the point. Brandt wins that over to Lamers. Lamers is moving up. He's looking to something to do with it. Moves over to Grayson, but it's just comes out of the zone for an offside. Looks like we'll move switch Lamers for Dahl. Osseo gains possession of that puck and dumps it down, and Ethan Pendergast will go behind the net, set up. He moves it over to Brandt. Brandt is looking for something to do with it. He skate, moves over to Pendergast. Pendergast up to Dozois. Dozois coming across the slot. He loses it, and the puck comes out of the zone. And Osseo dumps that puck down, and Mayo will set back up again. Pendergast coming around. That headman pass is a little off target, skips off Dozois' stick, and Osseo will dump that puck down the ice. So Pendergast again back to pick up that puck. Osseo pressuring hard on the penalty kill. Pendergast gains possession. Mayo hustles. They can get an on-man rush with that Osseo player caught down low, but they can't handle it. Osseo gains possession and dumps that puck back. Pendergast up to Case. Case enters the zone, throws it towards the net. Ends up on William Preby's stick. He looks for a centering pass. Case with the puck behind the net, battling for possession. Moves it out to the point. Case shot off target. Grayson Yank dumps that puck in the net towards the net. Oh, Osseo tries to clear it, but it hits their own player. Try to dump it again. Goes off Dinsmore's skating out of the zone. Grayson Yank back, picks up that puck. William Preby has possession of the puck in the corner. We have Brock Lamers with the puck. He's looking to make a move out of the corner. Loses it, and Osseo dumps it out of the zone again. Power play is expired. Dinsmore up to William Preby. Preby cross ice, off target. Grayson Yank picks up that puck and dumps it in deep. We have Aaron Harding slowly going in after that forecheck. Brock Lamers picks off that pass in the slot over to Harding, but Harding's just off target. Lamers with possession, enters the zone, makes a nice move around, shot, saved by the Osseo goalie. Looked like Lamers is trying to go glove side high and just missed it, and I'm going low pad side and under the goalie's pad. Osseo exits the zone with speed. Good back check by Mayo to take away that odd man rush. Osseo tries to center, but off target. Dozois tries to move it over to Case, but whiffs on that pass. We have Hunter Brenhog is back to pick up that puck. He stops, reverses over to Dozois. Dozois tries to chip it up, but ends up on an Osseo player's stick. Osseo tries to shoot that puck towards the net, but misfires. Little battle along a half wall there. Osseo walks in the slot. Shot. Saved by Johnston. With 8:33, shots have evened out. 12-12 aside. Mayo's up 3-0. Well, the face off to the left-hand side of Johnston. Face off is one back to the corner. Pendergast reverses, moves it up to his wing, but Osseo's D is pinching to keep it in the zone. Osseo in after that puck in the corner. We have Freebie and Holton in the corner. Puck squirts out, and Osseo gains possession. Osseo tries to shove his short side, but Caden deflects that one behind the net. And if we hustle, we can get an odd man rush here. We have Pendergast coming in wide, drives wide. Oh, just loses the puck. We have William Freebie behind the net, looking to center, just off target. Back out to Pendergast at the point. Shot. Saved by the Osseo goalie and out of the zone. We have Hank Holton back, moves it over to Pendergast. Back to Holton. And just off William Freebie's stick. Harding in after that. Hank Holton in hard. Chips it around the defenseman. On sides. Tries to go through the defenseman's skates, but he stops that. Weston Brandt tries to throw that towards the net. Stopped by Osseo and dumped all the way down the ice for an icing with 7:20 left in the second period. And while the face-off on the left-hand side of the Osseo goalie, we have Bodal in at center, Brock Lamers and Logan Case at wing, Grayson Yang and Logan Dinsmore back at D. Logan Case goes in the corner, picks it up, ends up a Brock Lamers stick, over to Case. Case shot, save. Lamers back in the corner behind the net. Good forecheck by the Spartans. Osseo gains possession. They move it out to their center. Dinsmore is back, battling. And it looks like Mayo is going to have an offensive zone penalty. Hold on number 6, Bo Dahl. So 7 minutes left in the second period. Osseo is going to go on to the power play. Lamers chips that around and up. Logan Case going hard after that puck. Ends up in the middle of the zone. Loose puck. Oh, just couldn't find the handle. Nice little shorthanded play between Lamers and Case. Osseo looks to regroup. D's looking to headman that puck up to their wing. Wing moves up to their center. Center enters zone. Lamers dumps that puck all the way down. Nathan Dozois is the closest one to it. Osseo goalie's in the corner playing that puck. Osseo defenseman looks to move that to his partner who wasn't there. He already headed up ice. Dozois causing all sorts of havoc down in there in the corner and shorthanded. Shot. Johnson deflects that up and out of play. We have 1:01 left in the power play. I don't have a power play penalty clock, so I'll just have to tell you how much time is left in the power play. Osseo. Shot. Saved by Johnston. Puck doesn't come out of the zone. Osseo tries to center it, but it's stopped by Hunter Bredhog. He clears that puck out of the danger zone. Weston Brandt after Osseo. Osseo turns, moves it over their D. The D tries to move it up, picked off, and that puck is dumped in by William Freebie. Osseo comes around the net. They reverse it back to their D. Can't quite handle it. They chip it up and out, but it's in the teammate's skates. Mayo gets possession and then dumps it in deep again. We have Aaron Harding back, forechecking hard. Gives the Osseo player a little hack as the penalty expires. And Johnson will jump on that loose puck for a face-off. And with 4:54 left in the second, we'll face-off. Osseo's D throws that in on net. Caden deflects that one in the corner. Bodal picks it up, tries to chip it around the Osseo player. Logan Case gets around the defenseman. Shot. Loose puck. Somehow stays out of the net. Another good scoring opportunity by Mayo. We have Hank Holton battling the Osseo forward. Brock Lamers picks up that puck. We'll have a 2-on-1 if Bodal hurries. Bo's out of gas. Osseo has possession of that puck. He's rubbed off the play by Hank Holton. Hank back to Pendergast. Ethan skating that puck up through the neutral zone with some speed. Makes a move around the D. Looking to do something with it. He's hit behind the back of the net. Pendergast still in possession of the puck. Shot. Save. Loose puck squirts away from the goalie. Pendergast keeps it in. Kept in by Hank Holton, who throws that puck into the corner. We have Nathan Dozois in after that puck. Brandt moves it in off of Dozois' skate. He's tripped. And Osseo will clear it out down the ice, and Logan Dinsmore is back to pick it up. So Dinsmore getting a little speed. He moves up to Lamers. Lamers through the neutral zone. Goalie will clear it. Goes out of the zone to Grayson Yank. Grayson, the couple football jukes to get around the forward. And he's in the corner. Looks the slot. Nice little play there. Loose puck. Oh, Brandt can't put that puck away, and he knows it. And Osseo's coming through the zone. Nice play by Dinsmore to rub him off the play. Oh, William Freeby moves that puck up, but Weston Brandt can't quite handle it, and it's dumped in by Osseo. So Osseo back to pick up that puck. They move it, they cycle it down in the corner. Yank picks up that puck, ships it out of the zone. Nope, not quite out, stays in, but he gains possession of it. Still with possession. Then he loses it and ends up back on Logan Dinsmore's stick. So Osseo D regroups. Didn't see anything that he liked, and he throws it down the ice for an icing. And with 2:08 left in the second period, we're going to have a face-off on the left-hand side of the Osseo goalie. We'll have Bo Dahl at center with Aaron Harding and Logan Case at wing, with Thomas Preby and Hunter Brenhog back at D. Oh, off the face-off, Bo Dahl goes down. Logan Kaysen after it. Tries to cycle it down low. He's battling against a couple Osseo players for possession. Using his big body of him to knock kids around. Then Bo Dahl is knocked off the play. And Osseo will try to chip it out. Oh, nice job holding in by Hunter Brenhog, who throws it in just off target. Down low, Aaron Harding with possession of the puck. Tries to work it out to his defenseman at the point, but mishandles it and ends up on the Osseo player's stick. Osseo entering the zone. They go wide with the puck in the corner. Tries to center it. Mishandled, kind of shoveled towards the net, and Johnston will love that one for a face-off. Minute 17 left in the second. Your Spartans are up 3-0. Shots are in favor of the Spartans, 16-15. Well, Weston Brandt taking the draw with Nathan Dozois. Nice job by Nathan Dozois to gain possession of that puck. Oh, he's around a couple. Weston Brandt with the puck. Good save by Osseo. Osseo got a hooking penalty. Johnson needs to go to the bench there. With a minute left in the second period, your Spartans are going to go on the power play. Looks like number 14 from Osseo is going to the box for a hold. Nathan Dozois kept putting the puck between the defender's legs, and they finally had to grab onto him to slow him down. So on the power play, we have Weston Brandt, Nathan Dozois, and Brock Lamers, with Ethan Pendergast and Hank Holton at the point. Face-off is one. Hank Holton walks towards the middle. Shot and a goal! Nice shot by Hank Holton. Hit something up front. I believe Weston Brandt is leading the line there, so he tipped it with something, stick, hand, body, but it ended up in the back of the net. So nice job by Hank Holton. Nice hard shot from the point, giving those forwards a chance to deflect, tip that puck. That's number 2 for Weston Brandt today. Logan Case with possession, brings that puck in down low. Brock Lamers back to pick it up. We have Lamers and Brandt battling down low. Brandt has possession of the puck. He's looking to make a play. Tries a center. It's deflected. Brock Lamers has possession of the puck. Does a little between the legs spinorama. Brandt has possession of it, but he loses it. Holton is knocked down by big number 3. Number 3 turns and spins, tries to get rid of that puck. We have Case, tries to hit a streaking Lamers, but that's a little off target. Oh, nice little play to Lamers. Lamers tried to go short side high. That hits the goalie or the pipe and ends up going out of play. We'll have 6 seconds left. We'll have a face-off to the right-hand side of the Osseo goalie. So Osseo tries to dump it, and with that, time expires. So after 2, your Mayo Spartans are up 4-0. Shots on goal are 18-15 in favor of the Spartans. And both teams will head off ice, and we'll get a Zamboni. So we'll take a little break here after a word from our sponsors.
When you buy a car from Penz Automotive, sure, the lifetime powertrain warranty is important. You love the 7-day, 700-mile return policy, and the certified technicians and the on-site body shop let you know your vehicle is in good hands. But the real reason? The complimentary car washes with every vehicle. You know what's better than going through a free car wash? Going through it in the car, and we provide those too.
Zamboni is off the ice, and the teams will come out shortly. Mayo Spartans are up 4-0 entering the third period, out shooting Osseo 18-15. Again, varsity will follow up JV. Puck drop is scheduled around 2 p.m., which looks like we're pretty close on schedule, so we should see puck drop around 2 p.m. Nice camera work by Ryan Pendergast, really taking advantage of that on our camera. Big thanks to Steve Jacobson for his donation for the nice camera that we get to use. So during intermission, I aired some slides from Mayo's golf tournament that was held a couple of months ago. That's one of the biggest fundraisers that Mayo boys hockey has annually. So get your team together. Follow us on Facebook or Twitter, because once registration opens up, it will be announced there. And once again, thanks to our live stream sponsors, Hilliers, Flooring America, and Penn's Automotive. Again, on Twitter, we are Mayo_hockey. And on Facebook, it's Rochester Mayo Boys Hockey. Teams will get a quick warm-up in. Looks like Colin Blumel is going in net for Mayo. Johnston played the first 2 periods. 0 goals on 15 shots. So Colin Blomel's in getting a quick warm-up. Coach Will White giving the players words of wisdom along with Corey Dunnigan and Will Fish. We're hoping in about a week that we'll be able to have 2 commentators. I have some equipment ordered. We have a new live stream setup this year in the software that we're using. It's a little different than years past. So we're still working on getting all the equipment that we need to provide everyone, all of our viewers, a good experience. So starting, looks like we have number 34, who did not play the first 2 periods. So Gavin Clark is centering Brock Lamers and William Freeby, with Logan Dinsmore and Grayson Yank back on D. And third period is underway. Face-off is one forward. Lamers shoots that puck a little bit off target, deflects off of the boards and up and out of play. And with that, we'll have face-off on the right-hand side of the Osseo goaltender. Oh, nice, beautiful play off the face-off. Gavin Clark wins that puck back to Lamers. Over to William Freeby, who buries it back door. So beautiful goal. And your Mayo Spartans go up 5-0. So Ethan Pendergast back to pick up that puck. He moves it over to Hank Holton. Hank Holton Looking up ice for Bodal, but a little bit off target. Goes into the Osseo zone. Osseo has possession of the puck. They look to move that puck up, but it's intercepted by Pendergast, who makes a nice move at the blue line. Goes to his backhand, but he's hauled down by Osseo. Osseo rings that puck around. Their winger picks it up along the boards. He tries to chip it up, but Logan Case is there to keep it in. Logan Case still with possession of the puck. Loose puck is picked up by Osseo, who rims that puck around. Hank Bolton in to pinch. He keeps it in, throws it in towards the net. The Osseo goaltender will hold that for a face-off. And with 14:03 left in the third, we'll have a face-off to the left-hand side of the Osseo goaltender. Weston Brandt in to take that draw. Puck's in the corner. Lamers has a puck in the corner. Nathan Dozois in forechecking. Osseo moves that puck up through the neutral zone. Moved over the wing, but off target. And Thomas Preby back to pick up that puck. He chips it around. It's picked up by Dozois, who's skating up ice. He loses his footing, falls down, but maintains possession. Has a little bit of speed going through the neutral zone, enters the zone, walks around the defenseman, looks to move it out front, but it's tipped back behind the goal. Brock Lamers in and Dozois back. Nathan being tenacious back there, gains possession. Brent Hogg over to his partner, Thomas Preby. Can't quite handle that pass, so he chips it in low. Weston Brandt in after that. He's looking to do something with it. Passes it to point. Shot. Blocked by a forward out front and out of the zone. Good job by the Mayo Spartans forechecking, keeping that puck in the zone. Had a couple of good scoring chances. Now we have Gavin Clark centering Aaron Harding and William Preby. Face-off is one. Logan Dinsmore shoots it. Tip. Goal! Aaron Harding with the tip. Nice hard shot by Logan Dinsmore. Beats the goalie 5-hole. That puts your Mayo Spartans up 6-0. About 13 minutes left in the third period. Grayson Yank back to retrieve that puck behind his net. He's bodied off the puck, and Osseo picks it up in the corner. Clark tries to get that out of the zone, but doesn't clear. Dinsmore picks up that puck coming through the neutral zone. Goes wide, centers to Clark. A little bit off target, thrown towards the net. Goes out of the zone. William Preby back to regroup. Moves it over to Grayson Yank. Grayson Yank up to Aaron Harding. Aaron Harding doesn't enter the zone. Mayo Spartans would have been offside, so he goes back to regroup. Stumped in by Grayson Yank. And William Preby in, centers it. Gavin Clark can't quite handle it. Can't get a shot off. Osseo clears the puck out of the zone. Ethan Pendergast back to pick it up. He's looking for an outlet, moves it over to Hank Holton. Hank back to Pendergast. Pendergast puts it through the legs. He's dipsy doodling. Moves it over. Shot off target. Harding back to pick it up. Tries to move it up to Pendergast. Pendergast holds his own. Pendergast throws it towards the net, but it's intercepted by Osseo, who comes out of the zone. We have a 3-on-3. They throw it towards the net. Blamo gloves that one. And with 11:37 left in the third period, and we are at runtime now, so I can just let the clock run. So face off. Nice play by Osseo. Osseo gets a good scoring chance. Blamo pads that into the corner. Osseo back to pick up the puck. Osseo moves that back to his D, retreats, looking for an outlet, moves it over to his wing. Wing is looking for options, puts it back behind the net. They pick it up, around, beats that forechecker, and then between the legs of the outlet pass. Osseo battling hard for possession, pokes it through Thomas Freeby's legs. Hunter Brenhog back to pick it up. He reverses it and then moves it over to Lamers. Out to the point. Osseo's defenseman has that puck at the point. Tries to dump it in low. Brenhog rims that puck around. Logan Case can't quite handle that one. And that puck is dumped back down by Osseo. Brenhog back to retrieve. He skates around the net, looking to gain a little speed, but he's rubbed off the play by Osseo. Logan Case picks it up, moves it over. Lamers can't quite handle that pass. Osseo tries to chip it around him, but Lamers still has possession of it, chips it in the corner. Bodal in after that puck. Still battling for it, and Osseo gains possession, starts heading out of the zone. Osseo moves that to the center of the ice into the Mayo zone. Nathan Dozois picks it up. He's working around that Osseo defenseman. Nice hard shot, a little off target, just wide. Brock Lamers with it, centers it. Puck goes into the corner. Osseo rims that puck around. Thomas Freeby in after it. Puck goes into the far corner. Grayson Yank at the point, tries to throw it towards the net, but can't quite get it through. Weston Brandt with possession. Dozois with it, throws it. Lamers almost got that rebound. Another shot. Osseo has possession. Weston Brandt is back checking him. Logan Dinsmore makes the play at the blue line, forces Osseo to dump that puck in deep. Grayson Yank working against a couple Osseo defenders. Cross-ice pass over to Lamers. Can't quite handle it. Weston Brandt picks it up, dumps it in down low, and goes in for a change. We have William Freeby in forechecking after that Osseo defender. Osseo defender spins away from traffic and is picked up by his wing. Osseo tries to move it up. It's intercepted by Aaron Harding. Aaron dumps it in low. Osseo rims that puck around, picked up by their wing on the. They move it cross ice. They try to move it up. They stop. Puck is picked up by Pendergast. Pendergast enters the zone. Still with possession. Looking for an outlet pass. He's pinned along the boards by big number 3 from Osseo. Picked up by Gavin Clark, who centers it. No one's home. Nice pass in the slot, but it was a bouncing puck and didn't get everything on it. Out to Pendergast. Pendergast cross ice. Blocked by an Osseo forward. Dumps it down low in front. Good save by Osseo's goalie. Puck goes in the corner. Osseo clears that puck. No ice. Blumel out to play it. Pendergast back to pick it up. He moves it up to William Freeby. Osseo's forward tries to play it back to their D, but misses both of them and ends up in their zone. Their D is behind the net looking for an outlet. He rims it around to the wing. Cross ice almost picked off by Logan Case. And Osseo enters the zone, does a little skate move, and is rubbed off the play by Logan Case. Picked up by Pendergast. Pendergast to Lamers, tries to split the D, almost splits him. He goes in the corner hard. Dahl with it, moves it over to Lamers. Lamers tries to center, but nobody's home, and Osseo picks that puck and heads up ice. Osseo is looking for, dumps that puck in. Blumel doesn't ice it. Puck ends up in the corner and it's thrown on net by Osseo. Now we'll have a face-off with 6:30 left in the third period. Again, 6-goal differential, so we'll have run time in the third period. We have Bo Dahl taking the face-off. Puck is won by Osseo towards the net, but Lamers intercepts it. Lamers battling that D. It's kicked out and offsides. The shots are 24-19 in favor of your Spartans. We'll have Dahl with Case and Aaron Harding, a forward, and Logan Dismore and Grayson Yank back at D. Osseo wins that face-off back. He moves up to forward, 3-on-2. Tries to move it to the high F3 coming through the zone, but was on his backhand and mishandled. Grayson Inc. coming through hard. Moves over Harding. Harding kind of shoots the puck. That's deflected into the corner. Puck spurts out to the slot. Picked off by Dahl, who tries to throw down to Harding. Gets into his skates and kicks back out to Mayo D on the far blue line. Osseo just dumps that puck in, but it's not on target, so no ice. Grayson Inc. back to pick it up. Nathan Dozois trying to make a move, loses the handle, and turns the puck over to the Osseo. Got a loose puck in the corner. Nobody can find it. Out to the point. Shot. Save, Blommel. 6:40 left in the third. More of a face-off on the left-hand side of Colin Blommel. Again, Caden Johnson played the first and second period. Colin Blommel is playing the third. We have Weston Brandt in off the draw. Puck is went forward. Hank Colton gets possession. It passes off target. Loose puck, and Osseo picks it up. Pendergast working against an Osseo forward. He rims that puck around, and Hank Holden's back to pick it up. He tries to chip it out, but it's blocked by an Osseo forechecker. Ethan Pendergast with possession, trying to make a move out to the forward. Nathan Dozois heading up ice. Tries to cut to the middle, but it's poke checked off his stick at the blue line. And that is dumped down by Osseo for an ice. And again, 6-goal differential, so it's run time until Osseo puts it within 5. We have Gavin Clark centering Logan Case and William Preby. Hunter Brenthaug keeps that puck in. Logan Case rims that puck around. William Preby in to pick it up. He rims it back behind the net. Logan Case picks it up, puts it back behind the net, and Osseo tries to clear it, but can't. It's kept in by Brenthaug, who dumps it down low. Gavin Clark with it, moves it out to the slot, shot off target. Brenthaug again has the puck, throws it towards the net, but it's stopped by the Osseo defenseman before it gets to the goalie. Puck is tipped, kept in by Brenthaug. Brenthaug tried to throw it towards the net, ends up behind the net. Gavin Clark back to pick it up. He's looking for an outlet, tries to turn and fire, but it's wide. Brenthaug with the puck again, moves it to the corner to William Preby, moves it back out to Brenthaug. Brenthaug can't handle it, squirts out of the zone, but Osseo ends up icing the puck. And with 2 minutes left, we'll have a face-off to the left-hand side of the Osseo goaltender. And if you're watching, feel free to put comments on YouTube. Tell us where you're watching from. Nathan Dozois tries to win that puck forwards. Goes back to D to D. Dinsmore, shot from the point. Nice hard shot on the ice again. Nathan Dozois with the puck, walks out front, trying to shoot it. Pops out to Dinsmore. Dinsmore rifles it into Aaron Harding. Bodell picks it up, looking for that backdoor pass off a skate. It's tipped wide. Oh, puck ends up on Bodell's stick, and he hits a couple of pipes, but doesn't go in. Grayson Yank picks the puck up, tries to flip it out. That might be an ice. Nope, no ice. They wave it off. Osseo back to pick it up. They come around the net. Weston Brannon to forecheck. Ethan Pendergast back to pick it up with about 3 seconds left in the game. He tries to move it up ice to Aaron Harding. Aaron Harding to Weston Brandt. Weston Brandt with some speed. Loses possession of that puck, and it's up and out of play. And there'll be about 20 seconds left in the game. Good showing by Mayo's JV squad, putting 6 up against Osseo, outshooting them 26-20. And with that, Mayo JV will go 1-0 on the season. It's nice to see a winning record. I think it's been a few years since Mayo's been on the right side of a winning record. So good possession by the Mayo JV team, good puck movement, good quality scoring chances. Again, we're missing Ivan Holton and Brody Anger. We'd like to see them back as soon as possible. And the varsity game is scheduled for a 2 p.m. puck drop. Looks like we should be pretty close to 2 p.m. puck drop. So we're going to stop this stream and we'll start the varsity stream again back up at 2 p.m. So please join us at 2 for Mayo varsity against Osseo.